Tonight, the state prosecutor who has been suspended by Governor DeSantis says that she will fight to get her job back. DeSantis suspended Orange and Osceola County State Attorney Monique Worrell, saying that she has gone easy on dangerous criminals. News Channel 8's Brittany Muller is joining us live outside the courthouse in Tampa with more on this story tonight. Brittany, Worrell is disputing the accusation that she was soft on crime.
Keith, she is. Good evening to you. For the second time this year, Governor Ron DeSantis has removed an elected prosecutor. Today, I spoke with a professor of law about what rights prosecutors have about going after a case or not going after a case.
Governor Ron DeSantis has suspended State Attorney Monique Worrell from the 9th Judicial Circuit, which covers Orange and Osceola counties, for what he says is a dereliction of duty.
Prosecutors do have a certain amount of discretion about which cases to bring and which not. But what this state attorney has done is abuse that discretion and has effectively nullified certain laws in the state of Florida.
Both sides agree there is prosecutorial discretion. DeSantis calls Worrell's approach soft on crime. She calls it unconventional.
While they are giving a false narrative that I have failed to prosecute and I have led to people not being protected in this community, the statistics show that people are now more protected than ever under my leadership for the last 3 years.
DeSantis gave instances of people who committed crimes because they were not held accountable under Worrell's leadership, including a 17-year-old who was arrested in May of last year. DeSantis says Lorenzo Larry was released. 6 months later, he was accused of killing his pregnant girlfriend.
Worrell's office did not act on any of these charges until after he killed his girlfriend and their unborn child.
I spoke with Professor of Law Jeffrey Swartz of the Cooley Law School. He says there are all kinds of reasons why a prosecutor would choose to use their discretion.
That just because someone gets arrested doesn't mean they get charged. And even though there may be probable cause, the prosecutor may decide that there is not enough evidence to prove the defendant guilty beyond a reasonable doubt.
Now, despite that suspension, Worrell plans to run for re-election coming up at 6. What Attorney General Ashley Moody has to say about the cases that were dismissed. Reporting live in Tampa tonight, Brittany Muller, 8 on your side.